Leo, hello, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be your shift reading for January 2020. Welcome to the new year. So we're looking at the shape you are shifting out of, the shape you are shifting into, and what that shift looks and feels like. So Leo, before I get into cards, the meditation that came through was specific. It was potent. The feelings and the imagery are so strong and they're still with me. Something massive, I feel, is happening for the Leos that I'm picking up on. Obviously, this won't resonate with everyone. First, I saw you tumbling down the rabbit hole. It was, head first, as if you had been pushed. It's like you had been, I was you, and my arms were literally going like this as I was like falling down the rabbit hole, tumbling down this rabbit hole. My arms just like, what's happening? Head first down this rabbit hole that was essentially, I couldn't see anything in front of me. I couldn't see, which end was up or it really was this like tunnel, this hole that I was just tumbling down like Alice down the rabbit hole. And then funny enough, in this like free fall, head first, again, as if I'd been pushed through this portal or down this rabbit hole, and then all of a sudden I had arrived. And whereas like I expected to land, like head first with some sort of crash or some sort of thud, when I came up on the other side of the rabbit hole, I was sitting in this like beautifully furnished home in like a really comfortable armchair. I was very well dressed. Like there was a beverage for me, it was like, whoa. Suddenly there's a fire. There was a fireplace. I was warming myself by the hearth, relaxing in the drawing room, like it was really, really interesting, Leo. And then as soon as I found myself there, I came out of the meditation with one of the most violent sneezes I've ever had. And it felt, I share that because it felt really connected to whatever the energy was. It was like, I sneezed and it was so weird. Like, sorry if this is TMI, but I like got myself out of the way. Like I backed my body up out of the way so that I could fully like sneeze, like sneeze this out. Way out of me, like way out of me. And afterwards I was like, I had this like this thing in my head that was like, oh, I needed to get that out. And I was like, whoa, what's going on, Leo? So something about being pushed down the rabbit hole, tumbling head first, whoa, 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 and then all of a sudden landing in this like beautifully comfortable home space where I'm being like waited on and attended to, and I'm incredibly comfortable and warm. And then this feeling of I needed to get that out, like something I needed to get out of me. Okay, let's get into cards. So I've already pre-pulled for this round of readings. I know those of you who watch my channel know that I don't normally do that. I like to go on the journey with you and pull cards as we go, but I'm trying to save us time. And I also, for this huge shift into January, it just felt like I needed to spend some time with the energy before turning on the camera. So that's why I'm doing this. Okay. For those of you who like to journey along with me in the shuffle, that will happen in the extended reading. All right. So the shape you are shifting out of this January is the Queen of Coins. And those of you who have been following my Leo channelings for a while now will likely know why I am smiling. there's this energy that has been coming through for Leo for a while now of like a true, what it means to be truly nurtured. And there's like been this energy of like a false nurturing energy in your atmosphere, in your energetic sphere, in your physical sphere. And then like you searching for the true nurturance, okay? The Queen of Pentacles has been representing the true nurturance. But it's interesting. This is the shape you are embodying, and you are shifting out of this now, and you are shifting into the Eight of Coins. Okay, shifting out of the Queen of Pentacles into the Eight of Coins. And here's how I'm seeing this story. I'm seeing, first of all, Hello Earth suit. Love it. All right, loving this, Leo. Something very tangible, something very much grounded in this like 3D physical earth plane. Here you are. I see this Queen of Pentacles as looking for a home. She's looking for a place to plant her pentacle. She's looking for a place to put that pentacle, that seed, where it's going to be properly nurtured, properly nourished, properly taken care of. Queen of Pentacles energy is about nurturance. It's about taking care of self, taking care of others, how we are cared for and how we care for ourselves, okay? So here you are, Leo. First of all, I'm loving that you are now, rather than like looking for this true nurturance outside of yourself, you seem to be embodying this or beginning to newly embody this energy in yourself. Like you're realizing, oh, I am the true nurturer. Okay, I am the true nurturer that I've been waiting for. So here you are, you're looking for like, okay, well, now that I know how to nurture myself, where I'm looking for fertile ground, I'm looking for the place that I'm going to put this seed where it's going to be cared for the best. In what is the environment? You're looking for the environment, you're looking for the home. Now, in sitting with this card, I was being very much drawn to the two wolves. There's a wolf here, and there's a wolf back here. They're facing in opposite directions. See that? There's a wolf that you have put behind you that trails behind you in the past. And there's a wolf that is now side by side with you that you are moving forward. And it's like you are both looking for the place to plant this pentacle together. And I'm very much seeing this as something specific for the folks that I'm picking up on, Leo. It's like there's a choice between two pack members. However that applies to you. Maybe this is work related since we've got so much earth energy here, but it could very well be romantic, family, whatever. There's a choice between, and this is not the typical meaning of this card, by the way. This is what's coming through intuitively. There's a choice between pack members. Who's coming with me on this journey? Who's coming with me? Who's going to nurture this seed with me? And then look at this, the shift. You're shifting out of searching for the place to plant the pentacle into finding the place to plant the pentacle. Look at you, getting down to business with the Eight of Coins. It's like now there's the perfect workshop, the perfect laboratory, the perfect home space. And you can get to work. You can get to work. You can now make more of this potential that you carry with you. You can now reproduce it en masse. It's so cool. I'm really trying not to freak out. Okay. What does this shift look like for you, Leo? Intense, 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 intense. Knight of Swords, Four of Wands, and Death. Scorpio, big Scorpio energy over here. So what we're seeing with the Knight of Swords, Again, something very specific is coming through. One foot in one reality, the other in another foot in the other reality. Okay, so it's like you are straddling some sort of like two different kinds of existences. One foot is in this type of reality, the other is in this one. But let me tell you about this type of reality that the left foot is in here. Is that the left foot? No, it's the right foot. Looking at the camera, okay? Okay. Your right foot is in this reality over here, which is showing this tornado. So it's some sort of thing in your life that causes feelings of just like an absolute shitstorm. That's what I'm feeling. Like this thing that is a destructive energy, or like something really difficult to deal with. But what's really interesting, like something that you feel you have to contend with or have to fight with constantly, what's really interesting here is that, you know, here you are, Knight of Swords, carrying the sword of truth. Interesting that you actually are carrying two swords. I'm seeing you just like hacking away at this with the truth, like slice by slice, slice by slice, just like hacking away. When you come at this thing, this one reality of yours or environments that you are in with the truth, you reveal it to be nothing but a canvas. You reveal it to be nothing but an illusion. You slice through that and you see that all it is like, it's like Truman Show. It's just a set piece. It's just a painting that looks like your life, but it actually isn't. And when you slice through it with the truth, what you actually reveal is the gold that's underneath, the gold that is behind all of that, where your left foot is actually firmly planted. It's like there's something about you living in two realities where like your one half of you knows the truth and is rooted in that truth. The other half of you is still participating in this like illusion, this veneer of an image, this like movie set that you're still like messing around with. And then it's like, I don't know, Leo, I think that's partly why you're like looking for a place to plant your pentacle. It's like you're not going to be able to plant it in a set, a movie set. It's not the soil, you know, Truman Show, the soil isn't real. This is Neptune energy. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the words that it's like a theater scrim, you know, like a backdrop that you like roll down from the top in the theater to change scenes from like a cityscape to the mountains or something. And like, that's what you've been living in and thinking you're planting pentacles, but it's like not real soil there. It's just not real soil. And so when you realize it's all a set, you know, like it's been a set this whole time. It's just been set pieces. It's not like a real life. You slash. It's like I just see you like coming at it with really strong energy, just like hacking. You know, like hacking away at this, just being like, nope, 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 and slicing it to bits. Once you realize it's just paper. I'm feeling this. It's like it's an infuriating realization that sends you kind of tumbling down the rabbit hole, I think, Leo. Tumbling down the rabbit hole of just like, oh my God, this whole time, you know, like this whole time, you know, that moment in Mrs. Doubtfire, Daniel, this whole time, the whole time. Yes, I will quote Sally Field forever and ever. Okay. It's that moment. And you just like, I have to go. Like Sally Field. I have to go. We have to go. I have to go. You know, it's that kind of Oh my God. And you feel like Alice tumbling headfirst, having been pushed down the rabbit hole. But guess where you land, Leo? 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands traditionally talks about home. And that's exactly what I saw in that visualization. I saw you suddenly landing in this like cushy chair by the fire, cozy beverage. I felt this energy of a home just like surrounding you. There were people around that felt like they were there for you. That's that true nurturance. That's the environment that you've been searching for. The place, the sense of home that you've been searching for where you can grow. It's the structure, Leo. Look at this. 4s are all about structure. And it's so funny too, because the 4 of Wands is this like 11-11 portal, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 wands. So we have this 11-11 portal, which is exactly what I felt like the portal of Alice tumbling down the rabbit hole, right? You've come through this portal. You could even see this as a portal, like slashing through the illusion with the truth and then tumbling down the rabbit hole through the portal and you think like, oh, I'm falling. No, Leo, you're landing. You are landing. Maybe for the first time. In this place that feels like home. I mean, look at these people just like dancing and just like celebrating together. Celebrating life together. Celebrating togetherness. Under this structure that is free and moves and has room to breathe. It's like, it's such a relief. It's such fresh air. It's just like, oh, this is where I land? Oh, okay. Yeah. And 2020 is the Emperor year, the number 4, because 2 + 0 + 2 + 0 = 4. 4 in numerology, it's all about structure. 4 of Wands, like what is the structure for your joy and your happiness and your nurturance? That's what this year is about. And you're finding it. I think you're beginning to finally push through the lies. And look, death is part of this transition. It is part of this shift. Something needs to, death is all about something coming to an end in order to be reborn, in something completely dying in order to come back to life as something else. It's really a card about like reincarnation or like death and rebirth, the life, death, rebirth cycle here. I'm seeing, and this is also a card of Scorpio and Pluto. Okay, deep transformation. We're having this huge Saturn-Pluto conjunction here in January that is deeply transformative. It's like whatever lessons Saturn is wanting to teach you at this time about your structure, okay? Because it's happening in Capricorn. Capricorn's about structure. Whatever lessons about the structure, okay? And for you, that's all about nurturance that Saturn is trying to teach you. Pluto is right there to help. Pluto being death, Pluto being the god of death and transformation in the underworld, is here to help compost. I almost said cremate, which I think is more of an appropriate image for you, Leo, because it's like whatever this is needs to burn away. It's like that's what I'm seeing, like full on cremation, burning it down to ash so that the phoenix can rise from the ashes. All of the fire imagery is much more appropriate for you, Leo, don't you think? This is also goes along with the end of the meditation for me, where I sneezed and then I thought, and it was like such a violent sneeze all at once. And then I thought, I needed to get that out. That's what this is. It's like whatever leaves your life through this transition, Leo, it's like, whew, I needed to get that out. Whatever transformation happens here, it's like, whew, I needed to get that out. Or maybe it's like something coming out of you that's been held in for a while, because that's like the energy of a sneeze too, like something coming out all at once that you like can't really control it. It just comes to you. It's funny too, because if I hold this up again, both the Knight of Swords and the Reaper here in the Death card are looking at the Four of Wands. They are looking at this portal to home, the portal to your home, to where you feel at home. They are both turned in towards that, pointing towards that. And I'm telling you, I'm seeing Death holding this hourglass saying, it's time. It's time, Leo. And then like, you know, once this shift has been made, and maybe this will happen in January, maybe it will extend beyond, you know, I asked about the energy for January. So here's what we got. Then we see you having found that solid place to root in and begin to get to work on producing, creating abundance from this one seed of potential. It makes me giddy. It makes me feel really excited, Leo. It's such a wild ride. January might be a wild ride, y'all, but it's ending you in the place where you are trying to go, and perhaps even in like really unexpected ways. I also want to say that on the bottom of the deck here is the Hierophant. So there's something here about commitments that's really important. That's how I'm seeing this card today for you, is about commitment. There's like, commitment is part of this whole mix, like the things you commit yourself to. I mean, gosh, listen, this whole thing could be about a romantic relationship. This whole thing could be about a work relationship, like, or work environments, like whatever this is for you. Maybe the whole thing is kind of abstract and it's actually just more about like the way you nurture your heart and soul, or like your own, it could be about your own home space, like the way you keep your home or whatever, you know, like take it how it resonates for you. I'm reading for a lot of Leos, you know what I mean? But whatever it is, it's about what are you committing yourself to? And since this whole thing is about nurturance, how do you commit to your own nurturance? And what things are you committing to that continue to malnourish you? Those are the things that need to go. Those are the things that are the lies that need to be slashed through. What are the things that you are committing to that bring you actual nurturance, that can help you produce more and more and more of that goodness that you possess? What's the environment? What's the environment where you can do your best work, where you can make the most of who you are? Oh, Leo. It's so good. Okay, let's get you a postcard from the liminal space. Couple shuffles for Leo. Okay, what's the guidance for Leo here in this January shift? Well, that was dang fast. Two cards. I love this. Same, but different. Same, but different. This is your transformation, Leo. It's like you're the same, it's the same me, but somehow I am so different. You know, like somehow I am not the same person I was a month ago. How did that happen? Pluto and Saturn. You're welcome. Okay. And then the farm, which is just like speaking to me so much about that place to call home. That place where you can feel at home, where you feel nurtured, where you feel at peace. It's like you tumble down the rabbit hole and you land on the farm. And it's like, wow. I had no idea I was ending up here. Ugh, gorgeous. Okay, Leo, here's the deal. I'm going to continue to pull cards now in an extended reading. We're going to take this in deeper. I'm going to get some clarity on this. Like, why are you still wandering the earth looking for a place to put this seed? What's the illusion that you're slashing through? What is dying along with this process, and how are you being reborn? Where are you being reborn? What is this sense of home for you, and where can you produce the most abundant version of yourself and your energy and your life here? Okay, so we're going to get some clarity on all of that, and then we're going to do something a little extra special since it's, 2020, we're entering a new decade. I'm going to pull cards to determine the quarterly overview, a card for each quarter in 2020 for the Leo energy here. Like, what is the energy that 2020 is bringing? Okay, so that will be an extra special part of the extended. If all of that sounds interesting to you, stick around. There'll be a little preview at the end of this reading for you to make sure it's resonating with you. If it is, click the link in the description box below. That's going to take you over to Patreon. Patreon is a space that I have created for folks that have been following my work for a little while. Y'all know it's resonating with you and you want more, okay? That's where you go over onto Patreon. Please, when you click that link, go over there, read the full description I've got on that homepage, learn about how Patreon works, and then you will have access to the extended monthly shift readings every month for your sign. Okay. All right. So Leo, if that's interesting to you, head on over there. Feel free to reach out to me, ask me questions if you're not sure how Patreon works. I will help you figure it out. Okay. All right, Leo, thanks for joining me. Happy New Year. I'm wishing you all the best on this wild journey down the rabbit hole. I'll talk to you soon. Ooh, sorry, chills. You guys are killing me. This reading is so good. Okay. I'm seeing actually the story of the Wizard of Oz. The tornado comes, sweeps Dorothy up. She goes on this whole adventure down the rabbit hole, like Alice in Wonderland, right? She tumbles down the rabbit hole. She goes on this whole adventure in Oz, defeats the Wicked Witch in her own life, in her own psyche, essentially, or maybe even like, outside of her psyche, whoever this is for you, whatever this is, like defeats the Wicked Witch, is able to then come back home. Oh my God, there's no place like home. Is able to then come back home to the farm. Annie M, you were there, and you. And I was here the whole time. I was home the whole time. And I'm never going to be the same now.